gotta tell everybody that's Jackson right camera, and I call Andrea Jackson. I have for 20 years.
Yeah.
And
Totally
so
confusing.
When they're both on that side of the room, they don't know who to talk to. Hey, everybody, I am Mitch English.
And I'm Riesa, Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, your source for trending news and entertainment.
That's right. I had a first this morning.
Okay.
You guys both heard my story. So I text these guys. I let them know that I was stuck in traffic, and I wasn't sure if I was going to make it on time. Well, I did make it on time.
Oh, yeah.
But I had a first. I got flipped off for the first time as a driver.
I was here. I remember this day. I will remember this.
You were part of this historic moment
Yes.
in Raisa's life.
Someone thought you were
But
number one.
I had the last laugh.
Oh, you did?
Because,
Oh.
so I'm driving, there's this bad accident. We are creeping along this highway. I'm behind this car for a very, very long time. I start to think the lane to our left is going to move a little faster. So I go into this lane and I bypass him for a little bit, and then he
The race is
surpasses
on,
me.
yeah.
And he turns around and flips me off out of his window and like laughs like, ha ha, like you thought you were gonna like get ahead. But mind you, this is traffic. We're not
Sure.
going fast speed. We're creeping along. I was like, what? But my lane eventually picked up, and I went on past him. I looked over and blew him a kiss.
Kill him with kindness.
Kill him with kindness. Kill him with
Kill him
kindness.
with kindness. I love that. And
Perfect.
You know, and the thing about it is you probably get wherever you head near about the same time. No
Yes.
matter what, anyway. We're all in
Yeah,
it together.
be nice on the road,
Isn't that
people.
weird though when someone does that to you? You're like, it's such a weird invasion of your space, and you're like, well, what does your mother think of that? Like, I just don't get it. It's so rude.
I don't understand.
There's actually a new language that is being developed too. It's that when you're in your car and you're trying to tell somebody, oh, they talk on this. You ever do that? You whisper to yourself or some reason.
You need them to wind the window, but you do the old school like.
What is that?
Really, it should just be this motion.
Yeah, exactly. Now you understand that. The bird just gets to the point. How about that? We go to California. A woman went to the hospital. She's a victim of the latest TikTok bucket challenge. Don't know what it is? This is where idiots go up to people unsuspecting and throw buckets on their head, like what you're seeing right here. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Well, her name is Lana Clay, a new mom. Had twin boys. Get this, there she is. She's also a cancer survivor. She was shopping at Target. 4 teenagers tossed a bucket up on her head. She said everything went dark. She couldn't breathe and started to panic, and that triggered a seizure. She had to be rushed to the hospital. Lana now has since been released from the hospital, and they're saying that once these kids are caught, or teenagers, they look like teenagers, they are facing assault and battery charges, which I think they should, 100%. You run the risk. You're not supposed to touch anybody, no matter what, in any way, shape, or form.
You know what? I'm curious to know, and I think, hear me say, this is 100% the teen's fault, but does she have any legal rights against Target? Do they have some kind of, you know, what can they do though? You know,
I think, you're
if
right.
people are going into their stores and, you know, licking ice cream or doing whatever crazy things the kids are trying to, you know, go viral.
To that, the only thing I can think to say is like when they see 4 teenagers running around with a bucket. You're not supposed to have a bucket in Target anyway.
You know what's going to happen? The buckets are going to be behind a glass container. Next time you need to buy a bucket, they're going to be behind the counter.
Don't be a buckethead.
Don't be a buckethead. A South Korean woman's story is getting a new round of attention after it's gone viral again. SpongeBob fans will appreciate this one. Although the story was first reported back in 2010, the Guinness Book of World Records recently awarded Cha Sa-soon with the most driving theory test ever taken. She took a $5 driving test once a day, 5 days a week for the first 3 years. Then she scaled it back. She realized this is costing me a lot of money. She scaled it back to just a couple times a week until finally passing the 40-question multiple choice test with a score of 60% out of a possible 100. Now, it took her 960 tries and cost her more than $4,000 in exam fees. Cha's determination eventually paid off when car manufacturer Hyundai gifted her with a car for finally making the grade. I hope she's on the road alone.
Yeah, I like how Hyundai jumped on that scene. You know, obviously she wanted to drive really, really, really bad. I wouldn't have tried that.
I think she's now well into her 80s, so this, you know, started almost 20 years ago. You
you think about it, right?
Some people are just not meant to operate cars.
And you know, you kind of wonder, like, okay, did she do it because she wanted to travel, or just say, this is something I want to do?
Did the driving exam teacher I pass. I'm done with you.
All right, get back in this lane right after these commercials, because we'll be back with more on the super fun highway.